evening, wherever you are, and welcome back to NerdTube. We are talking the Marvel announcements on Disney Plus. I'm here with my mate D Jose 101. How you doing?
They fucking went nuts, didn't they?
Oh yes, they did. There's a whole bu-
Jesus.
there's a whole bunch of stuff. I knew they were doing announcements, but there's fucking trailers out there too. So let's watch some of these fucking trailers because
Let's
I'm
go.
gagging. I'm gagging to watch some of these trailers. Here is the She-Hulk trailer. I haven't seen it. I want to
I
fucking
haven't
see it.
either. This is going to be
Let's do
fresh.
this.
Let's
Oh,
go.
hold on. My bad. I do apologize. I have jumped the gun a little bit. Let me stop the screen. I forgot to share the audio. So let me quickly do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've got lots to talk about here. Hello, Bandit. Hello, Daniel. Let's go with the She-Hulk.
The age of biotechnology is upon us. You have a bright future ahead of you. For years, I've been treating the Hulk like he's some kind of disease, something to get rid of.
Scott? Hello? She was locked herself in the lab, and I think she might do something medically crazy to herself.
But then I started looking at him as the cure. The age of biotechnology is upon us.
How much is this legit?
Yeah, we know it's coming. Okay, so they didn't.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Was that the legit trailer? I am not so sure.
I don't know, man.
I saw some weird scenes in that trailer which I didn't like. But okay, look, there's another trailer I wanted. Oh, there's a Moon Knight trailer as well.
Okay.
But I did click on the right one. Yeah, that is the right one, I believe. But there is a Moon Knight trailer out there too. Let me just type in Moon Knight trailer.
Yep.
I want to fucking see some of this shit before we start talking about this shit. Look, everyone else has seen. Here we go. Screen culture. This is the one.
There is more to the moon than childish stories.
Tell me about that day.
Oh, it's Annette Bening. She was in fucking Captain Marvel.
Major extinctions in the Earth's history. The sixth extinction will be our own.
Nothing can justify what we did.
There is more to the moon than childish stories.
Is that what we're getting?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Shut up. Just fucking jizz in your pants, you fucking bastard. All right. All right. Those are two trailers right now. Those, Raven, that was the trailer for Moon Knight, which is coming out next year. And we just saw a trailer of She-Hulk as well. Let me just quickly pull up some of the chat here. I love Tatiana Maslany in Orphan Black. Can't wait to see what emotions her power will be linked to and what the fourth wall breaks will mean. Is there fourth wall breaks?
Mm-hmm.
And just to mention to my friend Raven, yeah, we're just keeping an eye out on some of the stuff that has been mentioned by Marvel because they're giving us a nice smorgasbord of goodies. And by the way, this is Oscar Isaac here from fucking Star Wars. And he's also going to be in Moon Knight as well.
Nice.
These are different from what I saw. Those are not the trailers. Daniel Vance, can you leave us a link for a trailer, please? Because okay,
yeah, those aren't them. Yeah, something didn't seem right.
Yeah, something didn't seem right at all. You know. Oh, hold on. This might be it. Let me just share this one. 1 second.
Yep.
Damn, I got. Is it this one? Oh, that's us. Oh, my bad. Let me try again. Share screen. Let's try this one. This is only 30 seconds, but I think there's more in this than we'll find. Oh, my bad. Look at me being such an amateur. I forgot to add the audio. Okay, adding audio now. All right, you ready?
Yep.
This seems more better.
I can't tell the difference between my wake and dreams.
It's got an English accent.
The voice in your head.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yep.
Okay, he's like a white suited Batman.
It devours you.
Okay, so I like with what they're going with. They're always leaving you wanting more.
Hold on, I think I need to, 1 second, Daniel. I need to make Daniel a moderator. That way you can add the fucking links. Yeah, so I mean, like the series just recently got made, so I don't expect them to show much. I mean, I actually thought they were still making it as we speak.
I thought that too.
Yeah, so credit to them that they've got something out, but yeah, this is. I mean, it looks interesting. It is Batman. It's Marvel's Batman, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so but he's wearing white. But this particular guy, Oscar Isaac's character, who sounds like he's English, seems to be a bit of a schizophrenic. He seems to have multiple personalities, and this whole Moon Knight thing might not necessarily be real.
Kind of a figment of the imagination, kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, so I'm not so sure if we're going to find out. Whether it's genuine or not. It could be. This could be a bit of a American Psycho type thing going on here. But you know, with him believing this stuff, or will it be real or not? It's going to be interesting to see how they pull all of this off. And this is Disney after all.
I know it'd be fascinating to see Disney do this kind of violence because, I mean, yeah, they have embraced it, but not to that degree.
Yep. So I'm going to bring up this article now. If there's any more trailers, let us know because we want to see everything and anything. But I'm going to just quickly bring up this article here. This is from Comic Book. And they were mentioning some of the stuff. Now, look at this.
Agatha, that's going to be good.
House of Harkness. For Disney to come up with this so soon, like at the beginning of the year, we had WandaVision, and they have already come up with this within a year.
Within a year.
You know, within a year, like, you know, like we're talking about WandaVision ending in February, you know, or something along those lines. I mean, Catherine Hahn is a superb actress, and to see her come back as Agatha Harkness in some capacity would be interesting. I think they might be going down the prequel route, but I personally want them to continue where they left off.
Yeah.
You know, and do you have a Disney? At least I do, Daniel. It's one of the few times I'm all legitimate. Look, let me quickly tell you now. I've got Amazon, I've got Disney Plus, and I've got fucking wet clits, or as I like to call it, Netflix. You know, so yes, I have all of those. Apple TV and all of that sort of shit. It's just way too much. You know.
Okay.
Head to Disney Video Player here. And go to let me have a quick look at my Disney thingy bobby. And maybe we can see the trailers on Disney Plus.
Checking Facebook. All right. Yeah, okay, so Agatha, yeah, there's lots of ways they could go with Agatha. I kind of want it to be taken directly off of when Wanda tells her, I will recast you, and this is the role you will play. And then we go from there. And then they can do whatever the hell they got to do with it. That's how I want House of Harkness to go. But I have a feeling, like you said, it'll be a pre-sequel or a prequel, rather.
Let me see if this. I just want to make sure. I mean, I'm a bit worried about getting copyrighted here.
Yeah.
Let me just. So this is Disney. What's it called? Disney Plus Day. Let me see if I can find that on YouTube. Because if it's on YouTube, then I'm fine.
Yeah, and if not, we'll just have to talk about it.
Oh, by the way, there's an Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer thingy as well.
Mm.
You know, let me pull that up one second. I'm not sure how much you're into your Star Wars.
I'm in the minority. I've only seen a few of them, but I'm not crazy about it. But I get why it's as big as it is.
At the moment, I'm not sure if I can. Let me see. One WAN, isn't it? Kenobi trailer. Obi-Wan. Okay, let me do a quick filter here. All right, we'll have a quick look at this. Let me just remove this for a second. Okay, 1 second. I'll have a quick look at that as well in a second, Daniel. Let's have a quick look at this. Share audio, that's good. All right, let's check this out.
There's a hunger for this character to come back. The fans have been waiting long enough, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Something that's extremely exciting is the return of obviously Ewan McGregor.
She's a great director.
Kenobi. This is quite a dark time that we're coming into with him. Just being a Jedi, it's not safe. There's Jedi hunters out there.
At least he has this one task left, which is to keep Luke safe.
That's definitely a starting place for our story. The interesting thing is going to be where it goes from there.
The most beautiful thing of all is that it's brought me back together with Hayden.
We are bringing back Hayden Christensen to reprise the role of Darth Vader. We couldn't tell the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi without addressing Anakin or Vader.
Yeah, these guys, they became really good with the swords and dueling when they made episodes 2 and 3.
We hope that you enjoy it as much as we enjoy making it.
$2022, baby. It's going to be a smorgasbord. Fucking smorgasbord.
Shit, 2022. I think 2022 is going to be Disney Plus's best year. That's what I fully believe. With all the content that we have coming over the next 12 months, holy crap.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look at this Disney Plus 2 day. There's just so much stuff. I mean, I wish I was a bit more, because of the TNA, I never really got a chance to fucking look into all of this.
Yeah.
Let me have a quick look. Disney Plus trailers. What do we have here? Baymax. Do you know anything about Baymax?
I've seen the first one. Yeah, Stan Lee was in that movie.
Okay, let's have a quick look at Baymax.
Big Hero 6. It was a good movie. Wasn't too bad.
Okie dokie. Hey, 1 second. 1 second, V-Man. I'm going to bring you in. Hey, Vance, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey, Shadow's going to kill ya. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry I'm late.
Oh, no worries, man.
No problem, no problem. We're just having a look at some trailers here. So this is Baymax. An Iron Man suit. This is definitely for kids. Royce is going to like this one.
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal health.
What's that? Borax?
Oh, not too bad. How are you guys doing?
Your personal healthcare companion.
Cool,
I suggest daily exercise. I will find the nearest
Some
recreational facility using my state-of-the-art GPS locate. Found it.
How about that? 20 full minutes devoted to the application of Band-Aids. Thank you, Baymax. Refill? Yeah! My ankle.
Oh, no. Do not worry. I will manage the cafe.
Oh.
I know what all that about. It's so funny. Pixar are so good at doing those little things like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Steve?
This looks really good.
All right, I'll watch that.
A lollipop.
I'll watch that.
I'll watch
really
that.
Good.
That looks good.
Let's see what else do we have here. Disney Plus trailers. I got. What's the? This is. I need something like today, not. What do you think of that? Hey, look. By the way, this is the National Geographic is on Disney Plus now.
Dangling off a rope 1,000 feet off the ground.
Chris Hemsworth, everyone loves him, even I do.
Disney wanted to make a show about longevity. Turns out this has something to do with it.
That is crazy.
Here we go.
It's gonna put like one of the most expensive actors in Hollywood on the end of a rope.
I'm getting older now.
Oh no!
I don't feel invincible.
That makes me want to push myself to such an extreme and live as long as I can.
Is he still playing Hulk Hogan, by the way?
Yes.
And continue to make the most of every moment.
When did he have time to do this?
Oh, he's going to be Hulk Hogan?
For Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Oh, when does that come out?
If you push
No
yourself
idea.
beyond the point at which you should be coming out, there is a real risk you could die.
Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?
Yeah, why are you doing this?
Oh, death is usually a big one, yeah.
We want to be
fuck that.
resilient. How can we be present with
no
our stress
way.
now so that it doesn't kill us later?
Well, he's superhuman, this guy, man.
If this is going to challenge your body,
Damn.
it'll challenge your brain too.
That you can go toe to toe with Father Time, and he's not even going to bother you.
We change your body to do a reboot on your system.
You know, we're basically going to need sort of Chris Hemsworth 2.0.
The new me.
He's always been a physical specimen, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
Okay, I'll watch that.
Looks cool. Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. All right, what else do we have here? We've got a whole bunch of fucking trailers here, guys. I hope you don't mind.
No.
Uh-oh, here comes the bollocks.
Present is the consequence of all the things that have occurred in the past.
Allegra?
Yeah, no problem.
Please, I'm begging you to let me finish the audition. Listen, you'll forget this audition. I want to be Ellie, the main role in Freaky Friday, just like Grandma. I don't ever want to hear you talk about her. Why can't I talk about her? She's my grandma.
I'll send you a message on Facebook. There you go.
There must be something for you to resolve here and now. What are the knots in your own history that need unraveling? You know how frustrating it is. My mom? Coco? What's the matter?
Oh, this looks like bollocks.
She's very talented and very ambitious as well. If I get to decide if it's my future or Katarina's, I'm assuming you already know what my choice is. You won't let her win, right?
Oh, this shit died that last decade. Oh no, she's gotta go back and change the past.
Haven't they done like a million of these type movies? It's so fucking retreaded, man.
Look, you don't know what would happen in the present if you were to change the past now.
Remember that this isn't your time or your place, Allegra.
Oh my god, look at that curtain. Oh man. Dreamy.
That's a skip.
All right.
No, thank you.
No, thank you indeed. Let me do a little. Let me put in the word Marvel.
Yeah.
And get what we really want out of this shit. And let me do the filter for today. Come on, give us the good stuff. Ms. Marvel teaser trailer. Let's have a look at that.
Don't fuck this up.
Come on, let's talk about you.
It's not really the brown girls from Jersey City. You saved the world.
Maybe now they do.
I got this, right?
Totally. Come on, let's talk about you.
It's not really the brown girls from Jersey City.
Oh, it's been repeated.
Maybe now they do.
I got this, right?
Totally.
She can't fly. She can, but she's kind of like, oh my goodness. These trailers are weird, man.
It looked like a generic. It looked like a generic Kick-Ass. Like,
yeah.
Hey, Soprano, how you doing, mate?
Mario.
Now, what's Miss Marvel? Is that like the sidekick to Captain Marvel or something?
She is a young girl who is very much inspired. She's a young Muslim girl who lives in New York, and she's very much inspired by Captain Marvel, which is why she calls herself Ms. Marvel. Her powers are very similar to Reed Richards. You know, she can expand and stretch her body and shit. You know, but Reed Richards is more about stretching his body. She's more about expanding her body. You know what I mean? As for Marvel, they've showed like 30 seconds of She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, and Moon Knight. I can't seem to find anything officially released yet without sub. Okay, thank you very much, Daniel, for that. Let's see what else we can find in this list of stuff. Yeah, it just seems to be Secret Invasion. Let's see what we can get out of this. No eye patch. I like it without the eye patch. Oh, look, we're getting everything now. The Marvel Universe on Disney Plus.
God, you know, Disney is taking over a lot of shit, hasn't it?
Yeah. My only concern is that can they, like, do you remember in Iron Man 1? Yeah, there was a scene before Iron Man when he finally wore the suit and rescued those people. There was all these terrorists running around killing these villagers and stuff, you know, killing their babies and stuff. I can't imagine Disney doing anything close to that as hideous, you know.
No.
You know, swearing as well. I would love to see, you know, like Blade's going to be coming out soon or eventually. Apparently, spoiler alert, I'm doing one right now. But apparently, Mahershala Ali's Blade was in one of the post-credit scenes for Eternals. We never saw him. Apparently, you heard him. So, all I'm saying is that Wesley Snipes' Blade, he was effing and jeffing like there was no tomorrow. He's swearing all the fucking time. And on top of that, Wesley Snipes is a martial artist. I don't know if Mahershala Ali is one. And I hate nowadays, because of the way I look at action movies, I want to see my actor do the action, not a fucking stand-in. You know what I mean? That's why fucking John Wick is so popular, because Keanu Reeves is doing it all. The new Lightyear movie is set in the Star Wars universe. What? Oh, I'm not sure if I like that, because you see, the reason why I don't like that is because we've seen the language of so we've seen the written words in Star Wars, and they don't look like English. But there was a scene in Lightyear, the animated Lightyear, where he's got Star Command written on his shirt in English. So I really don't want that. But nevertheless, let's see what else we can find trailer wise.
Kevin Smith said that he could see that. Like, he said this years ago. He's like, don't be surprised if you see the X-Men versus Star Wars eventually become a thing. And I'm like, yeah, Disney will find a way to do that, since they pretty much own everything now. So I wouldn't be shocked.
But I think people. This is the thing. Yeah, not everything needs to be intertwined. Let's have a quick look at this.
I see those guys, those gods.
You don't think they need me?
I think they do. You need to be sure that this team is really a team.
Yes, ma'am.
Many people see you as heroes.
This is bullshit.
There are some who prefer the word vigilantes.
Doesn't matter what you did. If you step out that door, you are an Avenger. Marvel Studios Legends.
Yeah. Whatever. Give me the goddamn juicy stuff. You know. Yeah, more BS. Don't care about that.
What do you guys think about? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to comment about what Daniel Vance has said about the new Lightyear movie set in the Star Wars universe. Those two worlds aren't supposed to intertwine.
Yeah, but I think he's maybe talking about in the future. But he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be surprised. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of Buzz Lightyear looking fucking character in Star Wars in the future.
Oh, that's going to happen. They're going to do Toy Story in Star Wars. That's a given. You'll see that.
Okay, let's get rid of the old Marvel. Let's have a quick look at just the Disney trailers. Let's get their whole filter out.
So, real quick before we go on, what do you guys think about Marvel's direction of going to kind of the next generation of heroes, like moving to younger Spider-Man, moving to the new Hawkeye, moving to potentially a new Iron Man, being like that younger chick? I think they're going to be doing the kind of next generation of heroes.
It's time.
Yeah,
I think
it's time.
Inevitable.
Yeah, you got to do it eventually. You can't rely on Chris Evans and Tony or Robert Downey Jr. forever. You have to move forward, and it is what it is.
Well, I think they did it they did it properly, like with Anthony Mack. I think is
Anthony Mackie. Yeah.
With Falcon. Moving him, to Captain America. Just slowly doing that stuff. They didn't just drop him into the next movie. They gave us that series. Like they're very smart in how they're doing that. And giving us the Hawkeye. The slow burn per se. Stuff like that is very smart, as opposed to how DC they just seem to throw everything in the kitchen sink, and it's like we really don't know where we stand on anything. Marvel, I'm very excited because for me, I didn't grow up with Marvel comics. So I really don't know anything about these characters, but I do like for DC, like they gave us Teen Titans, they gave us Young Justice, they gave us the next generation of heroes. And with DC, there's very much the legacy stuff, which I'm into, and we're seeing that a lot with Marvel now. So I'm interested to see the next generation of heroes, and to see the legacies passed. So I was curious what you guys thought. So
for me, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Shuri, because I could definitely see her as like the next female Tony Stark, as far as developing like technology and all that kind of shit. So she's the character I think I'm most looking forward to as far as development wise goes, like what they're going to do with her. And the new Wakanda.
Yeah, I agree with you completely.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of female protagonists, has anyone ever seen that new Bond film called No Time to Die?
No, I've heard it's good though. Yeah,
I saw it
I've seen it.
yesterday.
I've seen
I'll
it.
give you guys a link for that.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but well, let's just say that the next Bond film, I think there's going to be a female protagonist.
They've been talking about that though forever. They've been wanting a female Bond protagonist for a long time now.
I'm not sure, like, because I know what you mean, Soprano, but at the same time, like they ended the credits with saying James Bond will return. Not 007 will return, but James Bond will return. So I just think that this particular 5-film arc of Daniel Craig is a 5-film arc. And by the way, No Time to Die is one of the best Bond movies I've ever seen. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. It is. I was crying at the end. I mean, I haven't cried. I've only cried once before, and that was at the end of on Her Majesty's Secret Service when James Bond's wife gets killed at the very end of a movie. Like, I couldn't fucking believe it, man.
All I ask is, can we get a fucking video game? EA, how hard is that?
Well,
Make a Bond video game.
If you guys, Everything or Nothing is the best James Bond game. People say GoldenEye. Everything or Nothing is the best James Bond game ever made. I have to leave it as that. But look, I'm going to quickly play this trailer for She-Hulk. Let's have a look at it.
Yep.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a normal lawyer. Well,
Oh, wow.
Transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
They look quite retro there.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all we're going to get, man. When they say teaser, they mean fucking tip of your dick teaser, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, so,
I finally get to see the boobs, and then the dude is dancing, and it just ruins the whole fucking experience.
Like Incredible Hulk, he becomes this like, all right, I know Bruce has kind of managed to merge both personalities, but initially he was just this big hulking scary thing, and then you see fucking She-Hulk, and she's like this athlete, it's like, just got with all the curves in the right fucking places. So she breaks the fourth wall at the end. Well, you know who also breaks the fourth wall? The Watcher in the What If shows.
Season 2 is going to be good. They got a lot to live up to as far as the first one, though, because that was a good series.
You mentioned about Shuri taking over the legacy. I'll remember we're going to eventually get Reed Richards coming in with the Fantastic Four, and that guy apparently is a bigger genius than Tony Stark, allegedly. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see what he can put together. And we still have Bruce Banner there as well. He's a smart ass as well.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see how we go forward. But there's always going to be some fucking super brain, you know what I mean, who's able to conjure up something, you know. As Star Trek fans, you know, you just have to come up with some fucking jargon and get some smart ass on it, and bish bash bosh. Bob's your father's fucking brother. You know what I mean? You got you know, a genius with a solution.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, that's the trailers. Let me just quickly jump in on the on this news article, which I want to share with you. This is from comicbook.com. Okay, as you can see, Agatha, the House of Harkness. And myself and Jose mentioned earlier that, you know, WandaVision came out at the beginning of this year, and Disney have already said, you know what, we're going to do Agatha, House of Harkness, and it's not even been the end of the year, and they've already announced this, which is fucking genius, fucking brilliant. It makes me very happy to know that they're on this. Because Agatha Harkness is an interesting character. And by the way, in the comic book, she's not necessarily a bad guy. They made her a bad guy in WandaVision, but she's not really a bad guy in the comic book. So it's going to be interesting to see what direction they take her. Are they going to do a prequel? But personally, I want them to continue after WandaVision, because fuck prequels. Did you know about Ekko?
No, I don't know that.
Nope.
Months before Hawkeye was even set for release, Ekko was said to be in early development at Marvel Studios. Now that much has been confirmed, as the series is expected to begin production in the earliest parts of 2022. The show features, let me see if I can not butcher this name, Alaqua Cox, an actor whose first role was in Hawkeye, in the lead role, making Ekko in the first Marvel Studios project was an indigenous actor in the lead role. after Eternals is the second project to feature a deaf actor in the lead role. Okay, fair enough.
All right.
A lot of croc.
Fair enough.
A lot of cocks.
Yeah.
A lot of cocks.
What? It's a male actor, by the way, but it sounds like a female porn star.
A lot of cock.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of cock. But this is a deaf actor, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they portray this person in Ekko. Ekko, what does his character sound familiar? Has he been in one of the Marvel movies or one of the Marvel?
I don't know. We'll see it and then we'll be like, oh yeah. Of
Marvel
course,
zombies.
the fucking zombies. Yep, here we go.
After a well-received episode in Marvel's What If, the legendary Marvel zombie story is getting its own animated series from Marvel Studio Animation. At one point earlier this fall, Mark Miller suggested a live-action series was in the works. Instead, it looks like Miller's information was a bit twisted, as this has now been confirmed as an animated project, and I'm glad they are doing it.
God, this is like Call of Duty. Call of Duty every year has to have zombies, and now Marvel's like, we're going to get on that too.
Yeah, everyone do.
It was really disappointing though in the What If series though. I don't know. I was disappointed with the way they handled the zombies though. Were you guys or?
I was too. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It all starts with George A. Romero.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I just want them to do a what if continuation of all the stories they did from the season one, instead of having to go down this route. That's what I really want more. But whatever, I'll just take whatever they give me right now. So, Spider-Man: The Freshman Year, an interesting move. Marvel Studios Animation, just remember that, is also launching a new animated series featuring everyone's favorite web slinger. Spider-Man Freshman Year is an animated series set before Peter Parker was bitten by the spider and turning him into the Marvel's most famous superhero ever.
So what's going to happen? So what's going to happen? Peter walks up to Mary Jane, be like, "Hey, want to go out?" And she just goes, "Ew, no." And that's the end of the series. Is that what it's going to be like? Because I could see that happening now.
Wait a minute. They're going to make a TV series of Peter Parker as just a regular guy. I mean, is there going to be many people interested in that?
So a cartoon about a nerdy guy rejected by girls. That's me in high school. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be like, because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have like Uncle Ben as one of the main characters or some shit like that,
and it'll end with him getting murdered, and then the rest of the story. It goes from there.
I mean, personally, I wanted to be initially just maybe how he becomes Spider-Man, if that's the case. Maybe a couple of episodes before he gets bitten, then he finally gets bitten, and then Uncle Ben dies, and then fuck knows.
If it's going to be a TV series about Uncle Ben, why not just call it Uncle Ben's Origins or something?
Uncle Ben's Rice.
No. He becomes an entrepreneur of making rice-based products.
What would be really great is if that damn spider's following him around like the whole damn cartoon. Like
the entire time.
He's trying to bite him like the whole time.
This is the one I'm most looking forward to, just because I grew up on the animated series. X-Men animated was awesome.
I've always said this is why I hate the word woke, because if this show X-Men 97, the X-Men series, which we all watched as kids in the late 90s, came out today, people will be calling that woke, and it's all about civil rights and stuff like that. Regardless, this show, before I start reading this little thing here, is going to be continuing where the series left off.
Okay, so after Xavier goes with Lilandra to her fucking home planet.
Actually, I don't even remember how it ended, because
that's how it ended. Charles got sick, and Lilandra came in, and she's like, "All right, motherfucker, I got to take you to my planet." And then it ended with all the X-Men crying, and Logan was crying. So
he always cried. He always cried in that show, by the way. Anyway, if you thought miracles didn't exist, check again. Picking up from the closing moments of X-Men, the animated series.
Up,
Marvel's. Is he with us?
I was going to say something about Spider-Man.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I apologize. Sorry.
I was going to say something about Spider-Man Freshman Year, but you guys blew right past me.
Go on. Say your piece.
I mean, it sounds a lot like Smallville, and I hate that idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They need that theme song for it.
I am the only way I would possibly be on board with this is if whoever said that it was like the spider, like if it's all shorts.
Yeah.
And like the spider's chasing him around every single episode, trying to bite him, and like it's like Pinky and the Brain style, where every time he tries to bite him, he fails.
Yep.
That I would get behind.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No problem. So back to this. So X-Men 97. If you thought miracles didn't exist, check again. Picking up from the closing moments of X-Men, the animated series, Marvel Studios Animation announced Friday's restarting the beloved cartoon with X-Men 97. The upcoming cartoon is direct continuation of the series, featuring much of the same writing staff and voice actor as the classic series did.
Okay, so I wonder if they're going to have the Morlocks come back, because the Morlocks were pretty prominent too, and we got to see Deadpool for a couple short little clips. So I wonder if he'll finally show up.
We saw everyone, even Spiderman was on there, mate.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Morph became Deadpool for like a brief second. So I wonder if they're going to cast Nolan North.
One thing I liked about those cartoons back in the day, Spider-Man, the animated series, X-Men, Incredible Hulk, and all of that, they were in the same universe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that was the multiverse. So that was the MCU before we had the MCU, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So Moon Knight, we just saw a trailer of that earlier. The day we've been waiting for is finally here. Disney gave fans a massive look at what they've got in the works over the coming years for Disney Plus streaming service in the world of Disney proper, Marvel, and Star Wars. One of the more anticipated projects coming is Moon Knight, and fans were hoping to get some sort of first look, perhaps a poster of some kind, or maybe even some footage. Thankfully, Marvel did give us a little something to tide us over until a larger reveal, as we got our first look at Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight, and you can check out the first look in the images below. There he is there, doing a E.T. Batman sort of thing going on there, you know, across the moon. He looks kind of funny, man, I'll be honest with you.
He looks like he's looking like he's trying to do the Running Man on the moon.
Yeah, he looks like he's like doing some sort of bicycle stunt and he's lost the bicycle.
Yep.
You know, Isaac eventually had an amazing time filming the series. During an interview with Good Morning Arizona, he admitted he was a bit nervous about what going in. I got to say, what I'm doing right now, I'm doing this show called Moon Knight. Isaac said we've got a month left, and I feel like so far that this might be the one where I was so nervous about it, but I've just been having such a blast. For those who aren't familiar with the character, Moon Knight is actually Mark Spector, a former CIA agent who was almost killed by terrorists named Bushman. But sorry, yeah, it's funny. But was saved by the moon god Khonshu. Anyway, after he defeated Bushman, God, the guy sounds like some sort of cannabis fucking villain. Anyway, after he defeated Bushman. Oh, by the way, Bushman was in Luke Cage. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys ever watched Luke Cage.
No, that was Bushmaster.
Oh yes. Fair enough. Anyway, after he defeated Bushman, he would become the Moon Knight and wear the all-white costume that had become his trademark. He's kind of showing that a little bit here, but those gloves look fucking awful.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna shove his hand up a cow's ass or something.
Yeah,
yeah, he does.
Yeah, he looks like he's being fucked from behind. The other major element to Spectre is that Spectre isn't his only personality. Inside Mark's head resides 4 personalities that are variations on the core person. In addition to Spectre, his mind holds Stephen Grant, isn't that? Anyway, Steve Grant. Yeah, Stephen Grant. Yeah, but isn't Stephen Grant Rogers, Captain America? Because his middle name was Grant. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Jake Lockley and Koshner himself, and all 4 interact at times, cooperate, and other vie for control. It's what sets the hero apart from so many others, and is also why Moon Knight goes to places that other heroes aren't comfortable going.
Well, that's a bit suggestive.
Yeah, it is. I wonder what they mean by that. Are you excited for Moon Knight? Let us know. Oh, fuck all that. Marvel's Eternal costume to debut at Smithsonian Future exhibit. Okay, look. Have you guys seen the Eternals?
I have not. I'm still waiting.
I haven't.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Look how many fucking characters there are. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just telling you, I thought the film could have been better as a TV series. Ginger Greek and Bobby Black disagree, but look how many fucking characters there are. There's 10 of them, and we've got to learn all of these guys in this movie. With the Avengers, there were 6 characters we had to learn of, and we already knew about 3 or 4 of them from previous films, which were their own standalone movies. So we got to know them in those films, before they got together as a group. These motherfuckers, they're in a group already, and we don't know shit about them, and we've got to learn all of them. There's 10 of them. 10 of them. I mean, ridiculous.
I agree with you. I think at least a 6-episode series would have been. I think a 6-episode series would have done this justice. I'm glad they didn't shorten the movie. Like if this had been like an hour and a half movie, I fell asleep in the theater a couple of times, and it wasn't because I was bored. I mean, I work a lot of hours, so that played into it. And then I went to a movie, a couple hours after I got off work. So, and they had the reclining seats in the theater, so I was extremely comfortable. But I mean, I dozed off a couple times. I enjoyed the movie, even though I didn't know who half the character. I mean, I didn't know any of the characters, and I went into it. I don't mind slow burn movies, but I think this would have been a better TV series. I especially for people like me who don't know anything about Eternals. I really think they need to stick to the action movies for the big screen. For stuff like this, where you're going to have a lot of people just talking, it needs to be a TV series or streaming format. Because I mean, especially for the critics who are just bombing this movie, who are making it sound like Marvel's now going completely downhill. The sky is not falling for Marvel. I mean, they're making more money than all of us combined. They're fine, but it would have been a better streaming movie.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I still don't know who these fuckers are.
Yeah, you're right.
I can already see it when I can already tell when I go see it. It's going to be one of those where I'll have to watch it a second time just because so much shit will fall through the first time I see it. It just seems like one of those kind of movies.
Without spoiling it, there's a point at the end when there's a reveal. I mean, there's a couple reveals that happen where if there had been if this was a TV series and you got time to know the characters, you would have gave a shit. Whereas opposed to if you go to Watchmen, where you take Watchmen for example, that was a long movie, but there was only one left turn in that movie where you're like, oh my God, I didn't see that coming. Well, there's like 2 or 3 of those in this movie where you're like, what the fuck? And because it's because you have 2 or 3 of them kind of thrown at you at the same time, you don't have time to process that. And it would have really benefited from being a 6-episode thing where you have 6 hours to digest that, and if you would have had 1 per episode, that would have really impacted a lot better. And I think the critics would have received it better. Audiences, I think, would have received it better. I enjoyed it. I don't hate it. It's not something I would watch again. It's certainly not something I would take my son to. I'm going to take him next month to see Spiderman because, of course, you've got the pew pew pew. But this isn't pew pew pew. This is sadly, 12 people talking most of the time, and most of it is shit you don't care about. So
okay. Yeah, may give it a rental then when that comes out. I might end up doing that instead. Save myself some money.
Yeah, it's not just that. Sorry, it's not just that. It's like you can sometimes feel like a connection to the overall MCU, even though there were references to the MCU generally, like certain famous superheroes and stuff. I still didn't feel like this was connected to the MCU. It felt totally disconnected to it. I couldn't imagine that Captain America or Iron Man or Thor or anything are part of the same fucking universe. It just didn't feel like they were there.
It felt like its own thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at that picture, it looks like they're holding some kind of Comic-Con in a beach somewhere with all the characters that we've never heard of.
It's very Justice League-like as well, by the way. You know, like these characters, like Angelina Jolie's a bit like a Wonder Woman. This guy here is like Superman. You know, this guy here is a bit like fucking Cyborg. You know?
Well, we've had, you know, at one point it was very interesting to have a character where, okay, what if we had Superman except this happens, and then okay, what if we had Superman except this happens, and at this point that trope is kind of played out, and we've now had Invincible, which is a very good, you know, a very good. Film in its own right, which is kind of that, and then you have Watchmen, which is again kind of that, and then you have The Boys, which is kind of that, and then you had
I love The Boys.
What is that other one that has that kind of Olympian type guy? Jupiter something. I forget what it's called.
I never watched that, by the way. I just knew it was shit because it was Netflix.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes of that. You didn't miss much. But I mean that, and that's 4 right off the top of my head. And there's a bunch of other ones. And this felt like that, except oh no, we're connected to the Marvel universe. And at the end of the day, it's not bad, but it feels like another one of those that we have a bunch of those out. We don't really need another one. It just felt like Marvel has now their, you know, version of that, and let's make money. You know, it wasn't
way too
bad.
many characters as well, by the way.
Yeah,
too many characters to give a fuck about. And by the way, this girl's like the Flash. So yeah. So anyway, let's move on from this. There were some moments, but not good enough. Secret Invasion. Now this has got me interested.
This better be good.
This better be good. The official look at Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion miniseries has finally arrived. Disney Plus event series was announced last year during Disney's Investors Day, with Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn reprising their Marvel Cinematic Universe roles as Nick Fury and Talos, respectively. Initially, reports that Jackson is starring in his own show on Disney Plus, but the Secret Invasion news confirmed the actor will take part in an ensemble project continuing in the MCU's Skull thread first introduced in Captain Marvel. Marvel's presentation during the Disney Plus Day, which you can watch here, includes lots of announcements and the first look at the future of the MCU, including Secret Invasion with Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, a mysterious shot of a Skrull who could be Queen Varanki, and a new logo. The miniseries will loosely adapt the comic book event of the same name, written by Brian Michael Bendis and artist Lenil Francis Yu, which features the revelation that the Skrulls have infiltrated institutions on Earth, along with replacing familiar Marvel heroes. Check out the first look at Secret Invasion below. So I think there's going to be a bit of a Skrull civil war here, but I don't want the Skrulls to all of a sudden become the bad guy just like that. You know, like Ben Mendelsohn's character, I fucking love his Skrull character. He's very likable, very endearing. I liked him in Captain Marvel, and even though we only got a cameo of him in Spiderman 2, I liked him in that as well. I don't want the Skrulls, all of the Skrulls, to be bad guys. I want like some of the Skrulls to be bad guys. You know, that's how I want it. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'd say divide it. Some of them before being bad guys, some of them are not, but it'll be tough to tell who's who. I'm just curious to see how they do it with Samuel L. Jackson because he looks good with the beard. And it's weird seeing him without the eye patch. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got the scars there from the cat and all of that. I really would like to see how they portray this, and because the Skrulls, I mean, they pretty much copy you right down to your DNA, you know, and they got some of your memories as well. So it's going to be really fascinating to see how they pull this off.
And if we don't get Samuel Jackson saying motherfucker at least one time, then this series will be a disappointment.
Yeah,
they have to say motherfucker at least once.
Yeah, they gave us a mother, but not a fucker at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Don't say it's on Disney. He's not going to say motherfucker.
Oh, they can get away with it once. They could do it at least once. It won't
if
kill
Disney
them.
pull that off, I'll be amazed. I mean, we're talking Disney end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, I still want to see some decapitations.
What is Samuel L. Jackson going to say? Mother Fudger or something?
No, in Disney.
He said mother, and that was it. End of Infinity War.
Yep.
There are fables that we all know. It's just a matter of assigning the feats to the characters. We know their stories in a manner. He also wrote, I wonder if Valentina Allegra de Fonte, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, isn't Fury's Skull counterpart. Easy to hide when you can just change form. Explains how she just seems to sneak up on people. Interesting. Well, she's a Skrull, not a shapeshifter. So, like, she can't, like, turn into liquid and stuff. I mean, even when she does sneak up on people, she still has to be there physically, you know. But, yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. We'll see how that goes.
Did you know that Samuel Jackson was in Blackpool a few years ago?
No, what was he doing there?
No, it was filming a movie that Tim Burton was directing. It was called, I can't remember what it's called. I think it was called Miss Peregrine's School of Peculiar Children.
Interesting. Sounds like an X-Men sort of thing.
No, I don't. Well, I think it's sort of an X-Men sort of thing in some way. I think it's something to do with children who have different powers or something. I don't know. But yeah, he was in Blackpool, and I think he was in Fleetwood as well, because he did a selfie next to the sign that says "Welcome to Fleetwood."
He might have, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's here for filming. I mean, actors. I mean, they go all over the world to film shit, don't they? So,
and I'll tell you another thing. I'll tell you another thing interesting about Fleetwood. Do you know the guy who played the Gimp in Pulp Fiction?
I never knew who he was, by the way, but I love that movie, and I've got a fan film reaction of me of that scene of Marcelo's getting butt fucked before Bruce Willis saves him on No Budget Productions. So check it out. But yes, go on, Soprano.
Yeah, but the guy who played the Gimp, the actor, he was born in Fleetwood.
Ah, fair enough. So Fleetwood is famous for the Gimp. Anyway,
Fleetwood is famous for the Gimp from Pulp Fiction.
Post-credit scenes from Spider-Man, Far From Home, and WandaVision provided more insight into Secret Invasion. Audiences were led to believe Nick Fury and Maria Hill. By the way, Maria Hill needs to come back. Recruited Spider-Man to help fight the environmental monsters in Far From Home. However, post-credit scene revealed the duo were secretly the Skrulls, Talos and Soren, respectively. While Talos was on Earth pretending to be the former S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury was shown to be in deep space aboard a spacecraft filled with the Skrulls. The WandaVision post-credit scene saw Monica Rambeau, also recruited by a Skrull, for an unknown mission up in the stars. Yes, I remember that. This is where it gets interesting. Other actors include joining Secret Invasion include Emilia Clarke, who was Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, Kingsley Ben Adir, I don't know who he is, Olivia Colman, yes, I know who she is, Carmen Ejogo, don't know who she is, Christopher McDonald, I know that name, Killian Scott, that name I recognize, Jonathan Schwartz, I know him too. A producer on Disney Plus series discussed how the live action series will be different from the comic event that inspired it. Like all of the Marvel adaptations, it's definitely not a one-to-one adaptation of the comic books, although it takes a lot of that kind of paranoid spirit and runs with it. Jonathan Schwartzman said earlier in the year, I think that literally everything I can say about it, we're going to leave the Secret Invasion for now. That's good.
Emilia Clarke, you were kind of right about playing Khaleesi, but the character name was Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah, fair enough. It's been a long time, man. The funny thing is they're bringing back Game of Thrones in a prequel, but I really don't give a fuck because Game of Thrones ended so badly the last couple of seasons, so poorly that the prequel series they're bringing out doesn't. I just don't give a fuck. Anyway, there were more characters in Secret Invasion comic series than there were in the Endgame, so no. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige told comicbook.com earlier this year. It's not that, but it's very much is a showcase for Sam Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn and tapping up into the paranoia elements of the Secret Invasion comic series. That was great with the twists and turns that took. So yeah. So that's it fucked me up there. So that's certainly our focus more than can we cram in more characters than Endgame? So what do you think of the first fuck all that? Okay, Marvel Zombies animated series. Fresh off the success of the first animated series, Marvel What If, the House of Ideas has announced I like that the House of Ideas has announced that one of the most well-received episodes of the show will be branching off into its own series as an animated Marvel zombie show is officially in the works of Disney Plus, based on the concept that took Marvel by storm in 2000s, branching off into multiple sequels and even a crossover with Army of Darkness. I love that movie. Tell me you guys have seen Army of Darkness, you know, the third movie of the Evil Dead series.
I've heard of it, but I've not watched Army of Darkness. Army
of Darkness is good fun, man. It's fun.
I mainly when I watch a zombie movie, I'll mainly watch the original Romero trilogy, like Night, Dawn, and Day.
Well, Evil Dead 1 is a proper horror movie. Evil Dead 2 is a fucking hilarious joke of a horror movie. Like, it was one of the first sort of horror comedies out there. Evil Dead 3, Army of Darkness is pure comedy. It's horror as well, but not much. Fans have been clamoring for the Marvel Zombies to become a staple of the MCU for some time, and they're about to get their wish. For the What If episode that took concept and ran with it, many of the fan favorite Marvel characters and heroes appeared and were eaten within its quick storyline, I do recall. Set around the start of Avengers Infinity War, it was unlikely assembly of heroes, including Spiderman, now armed with the Cloak of Levitation. I love that. Along with Bruce Banner, Bucky, Okoye, Sharon Carter, Happy Hogan, as they attempt to find a cure, all while dodging that now undead colleagues from Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah, by the way, Tony Stark died a lot in What If. I think 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, he got his ass killed a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to go past this. Ironheart.
Oh, hey, guys. I got to dip out. Thanks for having me on, guys. I got it.
Yep.
No.
Take care, guys.
No problem. Take care.
You too. See you later.
No problem. They keep hiding your face with my comment shadow. Yeah,
right,
no problem.
Man.
So, Marvel's Ironheart logo revealed during Disney Plus Day. Disney Plus Day promised some first looks at anticipated Marvel projects, with many hoping to see their first glimpse at the show, like Moonlight, She-Hulk, and Ms. Marvel. One of the projects that did not see coming was the in development Ironheart series, which will see Dominic Thorne as Riri Williams. While we have to wait to see her in action, Disney and Marvel did give fans a small tease during Disney Plus Day in the form of the official logo of the series, which you can check out in the image below. There we go. I'll be honest, it's not that special, to be honest.
No.
So whatever.
Looks generic, whatever. But there's more to come, so I'll wait to see the trailers.
It's an Iron Heart. Yeah.
Anyway. Sounds as lame as Braveheart.
Yeah. While Thorne will play Riri in the Disney Plus series, she'll actually make her MCU debut in the upcoming Black Panther sequel. That's what I have actually heard, in Wakanda Forever, and there have already been a few set photos showing her on set. We haven't seen any glimpses of her armor yet, though. I think that's something she'll get near the end of the movie, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, will she be using Wakanda gear to become Ironheart?
Probably.
Will she use Tony Stark's gold titanium alloy? You know, I recall from Iron Man 1. For those unfamiliar, Williams is an extremely intelligent inventor and set about creating a suit of armor after the tragic shooting that took the lives of her best friend Natalie and her stepfather. She would end up reverse engineering some of Iron Man's old armor tech and creating her own suit, even helping to stop some escaping inmates on the first test drive.
Excuse me.
No problem. She would catch the attention of Tony Stark, who she helped during Civil War II. Okay, we're getting into comic book territory here. He would ultimately fall into a coma thanks to that event, but later his AI would help her along in her superhero journey. Since then, she's worked with the Champions, designed a brand new high-tech suit of armor, and gained Natalie back after an AI. After an AI, she developed. After an AI, she developed took the form of her best friend after scanning her memories. Interesting. We'll have to wait and see if we see hints of any of this in the new series. But hopefully, we see a few of these notes from comics in the show. If she's debuting in Black Panther, it's likely that her initial mentor might be someone like Shuri as opposed to Stark, since he sacrificed himself in Avengers Endgame. he was also mentored to Spider-Man in the MCU, so that'll probably go a different direction. I mean, Spider-Man is like a child genius himself, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So he could help, but I think it's mainly going to be Shuri.
Yeah, it's going to be Shuri.
And Spider-Man's equipment is Stark Tech. Don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything he has, everything he uses is Stark Tech. And Marvel's I Am Groot, Marvel's new logo during Disney Plus. I mean, all he's going to say is I am Groot. I am Groot. I mean, he's not going to say much, is he?
No.
So
this is one of those that I'll probably watch. It looks kind of funny, but
I expect the kid from Iron Man 3 to have a part. Yeah, his name was
that's
Harley,
what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking Harley's going to show up at some point.
Yeah, he's not a kid anymore, by the way. He'd probably be a young man now.
Yeah, he's got to be in his 20s now.
Yeah, for sure. So there's the Marvel Studios saying Disney Plus days upon us, bringing a wide array of new updates tied to the streaming service, upcoming series and movies. This has included a lot of details regarding the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, including, as it turns out, I Am Groot, the animated series of shorts, which was announced during Disney's Investor Day presentation in 2020, will follow the misadventures of Baby Groot. And now we have to look at the newest logo of the project. I just want to say how much I hate Baby Groot. You know, when I was in Marvel, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when Baby Groot was in that film, I fucking hated everything about him.
I only cared about the beginning scene with Mr. Blue Sky. That was probably the coolest thing about Groot in the movie. Other than that, didn't care for him at all.
I like adult Groot and I like teenage Groot.
Yep.
I don't like Baby Groot. Don't like Baby. I like teenage Groot a lot. I remember that part in Infinity War, and he said, "I am Groot," and everyone's going, "Oh my god!" Language.
Yeah, such language. No.
And and he ended up being the handle for Stormbreaker or whatever it's called. Anyway, Baby Groot became a bit of a culture phenomenon, and he did. I can't believe that when he first teamed up in Guardians of the Galaxy, only for him to be aged up at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. While there's no telling exactly what adventures Baby Groot will get into the animated series, it's safe to assume that fans will want to see more of the character.
I'm in the minority that probably don't give a shit about this. This is probably the one show I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, I'm going to move on from that. I don't really want to read too much on that.
Yep.
So this is a generic thing.
Spiderman
already announced projects. Marvel Studios announced a brand new venture, an animated series titled Spider-Man's Freshman Year. The series is expected to follow Peter Parker's Spider-Man early years before becoming the web slinger we all know and love. It's unclear at this point if Tom Holland will reprise his role or if the part will be played by Hudson Thames, who voiced the character in What If earlier this year. It's animated, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care.
You ever watched that movie Dazed and Confused?
No. Who's in that?
With the freshman thing with the paddle. You know what they do to freshmen back in high school in the 1970s.
Oh, you mean like all the hazing and stuff?
Hazing, that's it.
Yeah.
If they're going to make a TV series of that, they're going to at least include a hazing scene of Peter Parker being hazed or something.
Yeah.
Well, this is high school, not college, so it's a bit different, isn't it? But there's bullying in the days, isn't it? So
yeah.
Well, we can't talk too much about what may or may not be happening in season 2. What If director Brian Andrews explained in comicbook.com, but we do love Spider-Man. So who knows what may happen in the future. But yeah, we dig all that stuff. It's just a question of if we're able to do enough shows or enough seasons. Who knows what we'll get. We'll definitely be able to, hopefully, at that point, either revisit characters or revisit characters in a way that we're familiar with, and then spin them even something else differently. You know what I mean? No, I don't know what you mean, you fucking idiot. But when it comes to season 2, we can't see anything about that stuff. Okay, let's just move on. Ekko Hawkeye spin-off series announced by Marvel. Ekko be making her... Hold on, I thought that was an actor.
Nope, it's a chick.
Yeah, it said actor. That's weird. The other paragraph I read, but anyway, we're making her Marvel Cinematic Universe debut in the upcoming Hawkeye TV series, but the character is already preparing for a long tenure in the franchise. Fortunately, when fans see actress Alaqua Cox portray the comic character in Hawkeye next month, they won't have to wonder or theorize when she'll pop up in the MCU next. Ekko's getting her own TV series on Disney Plus, and Disney Plus Day revealed the first look of the series logo. Ooh, the logo. The fucking logo. Like I give a fuck. The fucking logo. Reports of the solo Ekko TV series surfaced back in March, while Hawkeye is still in production. On Friday morning, as part of Disney Plus Day celebration, Marvel Studios and Disney Plus officially announced that Ekko series was in development. Cox will reprise her role as Ekko with Men in Black 3 and Tropic Thunder writer Emily and Ethan Cohen writing the scripts and serving as executive producers. I love Tropic Thunder. Men in Black 3, not very good. Tropic Thunder, world class.
I've heard of Tropic Thunder.
Oh man, you gotta watch Tropic Thunder, dude. Tropic Thunder is great. But yeah, let's just leave it as that, boys. We've been talking about this shit for too long. My throat is done, and I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. to do some more streaming with some fuckers in America. So I'm going to get some food in my belly.
Yeah,
I'm bed.
Yep, I'm gonna be heading out
starving.
too. So.
I'm fucking starving.
Yep.
Soprano, thank you very much for joining us, mate.
No problem.
Well, so hopefully see you again in the future for another stream, Jose. Always a pleasure.
Always fun.
Everyone else is watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe not only to No Budget Productions, but also to NerdTube. We are the greatest YouTube channel you never fucking heard of, and we will see you cunts later. Bye-bye.
All right, see you guys.